Disclaimer: some of our content varies per video and may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, in some content, we are critical of the video games, books, music, videos, and other creators on the platform. While we are a group-owned channel, our opinions expressed are solely on our own and may not always reflect the opinions of those associated with this channel. We at Novakast do not condone any and all harassment, IG, cyberbullying, doxing, swatting towards any of the people that we may be critical towards. How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and you know what? We're doing a another reaction to another channel. You guys can probably guess the topic for those who follow my channel for quite a bit. It's about dogs. Yeah, but first, I guess before we get started, I wanna make something very, very clear. And I probably have to start doing this every time I do one of these videos. In fact, if anything, I may just create a clip so I can get this out of the way. But by doing these videos, I'm not debunking or, in a sense, basically just denying that certain things happen with animals. I understand that, you know, and I think a lot of people recognize that, yes, there are moments where, you know, dogs do attack people. There are moments where, in terms of situations, you know, there are certain areas in public where dogs shouldn't be. But I'm not going to, you know, demonize an entire, you know, species of animal just because you have some cases where they are bad. I'm not going to do that. Just like I'm not going to demonize, you know, lions or other animals for being what they are. And at this point, especially with dogs, they are domesticated animals with proper training, proper coordination. You know, they can be taught to act a certain way. But again, some of these people don't recognize this, and it gets to the point where some of these people act irrational and sometimes insane in terms of their takes. So, anyways, let's go ahead and look at this. This is from War on Dogs. We got two videos in particular. I may end up doing just the one, but we'll see. This is CYNOPHOBIA does not exist. CYNOPHOBIA, I believe, is the fear of dogs. But okay.
The definition of a phobia is an exaggerated, usually inexplicable, and illogical fear of a particular object, class of objects, or situation.
I mean, that's literally what it is, right? Or to be more specific, a phobia is an intense, irrational fear of a specific object, activity, or situation that possesses limit to no real danger. It's a type of anxiety disorder where the fear response is significantly disproportionate to the actual threat. This fear can lead to avoidance behaviors and interfere with daily life. Now, I gotta ask, considering the fact that, you know, you have a lot of these people who avoid people who have dogs, who avoid, you know, spaces with dogs, just for the fact that they exist. And at this point, considering how a lot of people, they focus on making, like, you know, 2 to 3 videos a day on this particular subject, wouldn't you classify that as having, or interfering with public life, or daily life, I should say? I mean, wouldn't that, by definition, be classified as a phobia? But, anyway.
The key word is irrational. Fearing a dangerous predatory animal that regularly attacks and kills people in unprovoked attacks is entirely rational.
I think the point is the fact that, especially with people who have never had experience with these animals, the way how you respond to, I want to say respond to, the thing that you're scared of, it being disproportionate to, actually having any interaction with it. I mean, again, by definition, being the fear response being significantly disproportionate to the actual threat.
Dogs are predatory animals that regularly attack and kill unprovoked.
Some do. I think we should correct you on there. Some do. Just like any other animal will, again, attack unprovoked. Even, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, even us, as humans, we attack people unprovoked. I mean, currently we have all these protests and all the shit going on in the U.S. and people are at this point. It doesn't take very much for another person to attack another person because of our beliefs. So ultimately, this whole thing of they attack unprovoked. I mean, yeah, some dogs do that. It's unfortunate, but they do that. But the same can be said for humans. Unfortunately, because at this point, it's, especially with what's going on in the U.S. right now, we've gone to acted in a more tribalistic way, where just not agreeing with somebody else's beliefs will ultimately result in you possibly getting attacked. So, anyway.
Their main victims are young children and elderly people, because dogs know instinctively that those people are weaker and less able to fight back. The fear of dogs, which is referred to by dog worshippers as cynophobia.
It's not. Don't pull that shit. It's not from dog worshippers. It's from people who, people who are psychiatrists, scientists, who had come up with the term. So don't pull this shit. Oh, it was dog worshippers that coined it. No. You're being dishonest. You're being very, very dishonest.
It's a completely rational fear due to the dog's dangerous nature, which means that the term cynophobia is in fact not a phobia at all.
It is a phobia. It really... You may not want to believe it, but it is. It is. You're being very dishonest. Anyway, we got one more. Old Nutter brings unleashed dog into Walmart and allows it to bark. Okay. Did they record this? All we're seeing is their shoes. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. In terms of this particular video, and you know what, as I'm recording this, I'm going to, or as I'm talking, let me get rid of that. And let me get rid of that. That was a bad idea. But let's talk about this. because I don't think I mean, at this point, unless let me, you know what, I'm gonna let it go react, because there's something I want to say. So it's just him standing at Walmart talking. Okay. Just him standing there waiting at Walmart. Them, maybe? That's it? Is this all the video? Okay. Well, I didn't see the dog on the leash either. So, okay. Look, here's what I gotta say with this video, is that one, I've said multiple times that in terms of, like, you know, animals, unless it's a service animal, it shouldn't be in the store. Period. Service animals are specifically trained to act a certain way in public. That includes reduced barking. So to have your dogs bark, you know, continuously, goes to show that, you know, they aren't meant for, you know, public areas. Period. So in terms of this video, I mean, you know, I'm in agreement with a lot of other people where it's like, hey, you know, dogs like that shouldn't be in public spaces. But anyway, overall, I will say this was enlightening, to say the least. Especially with, you know, somebody trying to say that, you know, a particular phobia doesn't exist. Okay, buddy. Tell that to the scientists and therapists and psychiatrists that have researched this particular subject. So anyway, I think for now I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, it's all in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.